Mining activities are probably the major reason why Mazowe Dam has so little water this year. According to locals from the surrounding area, most of these mines are owned and run by the Chinese. Unregistered artisanal miners have a fair share of responsibility on this issue. At the peak of the rain season this year, according to the Zimbabwe National Water Authority, ZINWA, while the majority of dams were celebrated for reaching 80 to 100% full capacity, Mazowe Dam was recorded to be at 11.9% in February this year and 12.9% as of 14 August this year. The problem is linked to mining activities upstream. Miners are blocking and diverting water that would normally flow into the dam. Locals say some Chinese operations take the water for their own mining work. Others, like K-Mark Mine, are working right next to the riverbank. This stops the natural flow of water into the Mazowe River system and finally into the dam. A number of locals who rely on Mazowe Dam are crying for help. There are agricultural activities that include crop cultivation, water for their livestock, fishing, and so on, are all being impacted significantly. This is the Mazowe River. As you can see, this is alluvial material. And this place, we are told by locals, that is operated by the Chinese and is directly blocking the flowing of water of this river. You mustn't be shocked when you remember that in February, getting into March, we heard that Mazowe Dam was around 11 to 15% full, whilst other dams in the country were celebrated having 90 to 100% full capacity. But you would see that this is the direct impact of this mining activity that is happening at this place. And as we were walking down the stream, we also saw that there are a number of diggings that are happening along the riverbanks by some locals as well. So you need to appreciate that it's not just the Chinese, but also some locals who will be doing their operations along the river. But one thing that they are causing, which must now be considered and find a solution, is that Mazowe Dam has been impacted in terms of its holding capacity because of siltation. This is very clear and simple to understand that when you dig on the riverbanks, you block the flowing of the water. Ideally, if you look at this water, it should be flowing, but it is stagnant. And this blockade is affecting the availability of water into Mazowe Dam. And we should not forget the whole lot of economy that is facilitated by this water source in Mazowe. We have got people who do fishing. We have got the whole lot of farmers who need this water for irrigation purposes. We also have locals who frequently visit this place for recreational purposes. What we are seeing already on the upstream side is that there is activities, mining activities, as you can see. And we have spoken to some locals who allege that the Chinese are the ones who are running specifically this site that you are seeing. But there are also other pockets where you will find locals working on their own. And one thing that all these activities are contributing is obviously to block the flowing of water of this river, which directly feeds into Mazowe Dam. As CVN News crew, we toured the upstream of Mazowe River to see the situation on our own. When we got here, this is what we observed. We spoke to one of the employees at this site where mining activities are glaring taking place and blocking the passage of water. Take a look at this.
Madzimambo
Makoma kadiko.
Mushe munofara.
Aiwa tiri nani zvikuru.
Munofamba
Aiwa bobo.
Munofamba remda.
So.
Handiti. Baba. Good zvirize.
Bo. So triva toriwe nawo. Ndonzi yanonzi takawira. Tachikumbira kutaurawo ni vakuru vepana vari in charge.
Vatorowe nawo ezima stations kana kuti.
Madi?
Ma stations, ma journalists.
My journalist, yes. You know my name is. Sorry?
Mvura inovhurirwa ichivharwa.
Munomboivhura muchivhara. Vati yakaungana uruzviona wangu.
Mvura. Zvakada mvura ino yakahanesewa for the process yekunhingirira.
Yekushandisa.
Saka tinovhura, tichivhara.
Mumboipa mukana wekuenda.
Buzo vanhu vari pamhira apa vanotogara nemvura iyo. Saka tatopora tichivhurawo. Wachitoonawo mvura ichitodzika. Pane imwe vanhu vanorima futi pazasapo. Vanoona futi mvura vapi. Hakuzi kuti takatovhara rwizi rukavharwa kukanyiwa rukavharwa totase. Saka tikasvika uku right. Tichazovhara complete uku. Patakavhura isusu apo dayo ndo pane rwizi. Dai unodai then ndipo wanokwa uchiclear chi mainstream iyi. Kusvika uku asi mvura inenge ichifamba nekwati tavhura kuno. Tazopedza wozodzorora mvura kupi kwayo kwenge ikanyasofamba.
Aya matombo aya mafu aya achavhariri kwamune mafuva eko.
Aiwa aya apa waitrenja katrenji pakatanga kukunikina wari apapo paitendera mvura ichisekileta ipapapo because iwo pavanenge vachiita process havafanhi kuti mvura yavanenge vashandisa yasviba iyo woidzorera murwizi haifanhi. Saka mvura inoshanda apa inongosekuleta ipapa ichidai.
Asi makambonzwawo kuti kumazowe hatizivi kuti mvura isina nyatsonaya but mazowe dam haisina mvura vari kanga chitiwo kune zviri kuitika kumusoro kuupstream.
Mvura yagara zvayo this year yange yakadzikira level water level zvati zvirambe
In terms of kunaya. All right.
In terms of kunaya mvura
inonyatsonaya kunoku. This gentleman refused to tell us his name, but confirmed that mining is taking place. He referred CVN to his superior by the name Ngoni Chinangananga. These blockades, it's all in pursuit of gold. And the one thing that you will notice, if you look afar from here, you will notice that there is dirty water that is coming out from those small pipes. And this water directly again gets into this river. And you should understand that the impact it has in terms of the ecosystem, the fish that rely on this water, they will obviously be affected. We have got people who have been resettled in this area. They will have their animals, their domestic animals, their goats, their cattle, their donkeys. They will drink from this source. And you see the dangers that this activity is causing in terms of the whole lot of the life of human beings and animals as well. For the farmers and communities that depend on the river and the Mazowe Dam, this diversion of water upstream could be disastrous. This is especially true now when dam water levels are already critically low. We went downstream to the Mazowe Dam recreational site. We wanted to see the levels of water ourselves. What we found here is different from the dam locals remember. The water level has dropped a lot. Residents told us that the dam used to be full. It was a busy, lively place full of fishermen, tourists, and families who depended on it for their livelihoods. Some villagers blame the mining upstream. They say the diversion and blocking of water is stopping water from reaching the dam. However, there is an interesting angle to this story. Some residents have traditional explanations. A few believe that an evil spell or curse has been put on the Mazowe area. They think this could explain the strange drop in water levels.
Dama rina kuzara iri ndo raitibatsira mombe dzedu ndonga dzinomwa mvura isusu matsime edu akapera mvura aya murukova ndokwatinoenda kunotora mvura yekushandisa. But gore rino harina mvura, haritorina mvura zvachose. Madhamu akawanda munyika akazara, mamwe akaita 3/4 full, mamwe akarasa mvura, asi iri rakaramba kuzara.
Dhamu iri rinotibatsira zvakanyanyisisa. Ndingatadze kutaura unaku hunotiita dhamu kuti ritibatsire, nokuti chinhu chinonzi nyika imvura, chinhu chinonzi kurarama imvura. Saka dziwa iro muri kuona iro riri rinotibatsira zvakanyanyisisa kubva chiraramo chedu chezvipfuyo naimo mukati memvura zvirimo muno usavi. Hakuna asati adya usavi hwemudhamu iri hwaurombo hukuru. Ndingatoti ndo wavana veZimbabwe iwo machauna. Isu tisu tatova maariyeni kana ndakazvitarisa munyika yedu yeZimbabwe yatakashanda makore 30 tichiishandira kuti izosununguke, asi vana vava kurarama nayo amaChina. Vari kuita sei? Ndo vari kuvhara dziwa iri kuti rirege kuwana mvura yakawanda. Sezvo muri kuona kumusoro uko wavhara. Mvura kuti ichipinde mukati medziwa hamuna. Mukaenda kuseri kusitrus uko hakuchisina maranjisi. Tanga tava kurimirwa mabanana, izvo hakuchisina zvaoma. Mvura hakuchisina. Kanara yaidhirivhara mvura kuti waende kunodiridza yakaoma kuti papata. Asi maChina ndo wakonzera izvi. Muno matiri muno matichisinawo kana access mukana wokuti tiwane mvura inobva mukati medhamu. Ndo dambudziko guru rotaanaro panhau yedziwa ramuri kutaura.
Musoro kwedhamu kuri kunzi kuri kumainiwa nemaChina. Ndo zviri kupedza mvura.
Machina arikutiurayira nzvimbo. Machina achitiurayira nzvimbo kudaro iye kuti ivo havasi kukwanisa kudzika pasi pasi. Vari kukwanisa kupinda panofamba nemota dzavo chete, because mota dzavo hadzizogoni kuruva marezi epasi. Maiziva? Mota dzavo hadzizokwanisi kurova gomo. But ivo vari kungomaina vachingoenda straight back. Pedzisira tatoona kuti kana kunoku togona kutopedzisira tawira pasi.
Whether the cause is mining, changing weather or local beliefs, one thing is clear. Mazowe Dam is not what it used to be. The communities downstream are feeling the effects. CVN reached out to the Environmental Management Agency, EMA. We spoke to their Principal Environmental Education and Publicity Officer, Mr. Libert Mugadza. We asked if the agency knew about these mining activities and what they were doing about it. And this is what he says.
Mr. Mugadza, I'm calling you concerning the Mazowe Dam story. You would recall that recently the dam was reported to have suffered siltation as a result of... I recently visited the dam and can I just finish? So I visited the dam. I toured the upstream area of the river that directly feeds into the dam. I witnessed and observed mining activities that are happening there. And some of the points are directly blocking the passage of water into the dam. What I wanted to find out from you is EMA aware of this?
Okay. Okay, there are two issues that will be Mazowe. Kuti chinokontrora kuzara kwedhamu masectors akati wandei, ende Mazowe Dam mukaitarisa mahistory yayo past 20 years moverenga makore ayakazara neaisina ane zvaanotaura zvakati wandei about that anything. So it's not something which can be answered in a straight line. It's justification in a context. So that's why when you went to Mazowe Dam, did you observe filtration in the dam? Why? Because you find that there are a lot of sectors, including application mapping and record engagement. Forest. So the story is quite bigger than what you can say in one or summarize in one way. Then we also it all social side that let it show one on one some of the responses to the issues. When you are developing a story, these are the various facets that you can develop your stories around to be a bit more comprehensive than to just answer about yes or no.
Yeah, Mr. Mugadza. Yeah, I appreciate that there could be many factors that have contributed to the low levels of the water that the dam has got this year. But as Emma, do you appreciate the upstream activities that are contributing to the blockage of the passage of water that directly feeds into Mazowe Dam?
I don't know how to answer you. We know everything that is happening, but that does not mean if we are saying that is what is contributing to the amount of water in the dam.
So sorry, did you say you know everything that is happening, right?
Not that we are saying those are considered munge medium for a dam.
But do you appreciate that there are upstream activities?
It's like tukasvika munhu ane anemia onzi ane low blood pressure. Doctor vanogona kumushini unomudika kuti ane low blood pressure. But handisi kureva kuti zvakonzerwa neni ane other underlying factors. Ndofanira kuti I don't want you to give a response yekuti Emma is aware of what is making the water very low of the upstream activity.
Okay, let's leave the water levels, the water issue. Are you happy with the upstream activities that are happening upstream Mazowe River regarding the environment itself?
Where are you?
Sorry?
Where are you?
I'm in the studio at our office.
CVN made more than 10 phone calls in its bid to get a word from Mines and Mining Development Minister, Honorable Polite Kambamura, with no success. Likewise, Agricultural Minister Dr. Anxious Masuka did not pick up his mobile phone. The government declared a state of disaster on 17 rivers, including the Mazowe River. This alone shows that the government acknowledges the problem and has already hired some private companies to rehabilitate the affected rivers. While this is a step in the right direction, continued mining activities like those at this site are undermining those efforts.
So this is Mazowe Dam, the area where you see a lot of recreational activities that include boat cruising, fishing, and so on. And we are just giving you a glimpse of the water levels that have dropped significantly, and as a result of the activities that we showed you happening upstream, where mining activities are blocking the flowing of water into this dam. And at this stage, there must be a multi-stakeholder intervention that include the government itself to save this water source by making sure that the operations that happen upstream, they are halted or they are stopped, so that when the rain season starts, this water source can have its water to its normal levels.